Welcome to EduRev. What if I told you that there's one single concept that's basically a secret weapon for the GMAT quant section? It might look simple on the surface, but trust me, mastering it is a total game changer. So let's unlock it together.
Okay, let me start by asking you a question. What's the one concept, the single idea that can help you solve problems in at least 5 different GMAT topics? Just think about that for a second. One key for a huge chunk of the exam. Any ideas?
Well, the answer is ratios and proportions. And just look at this slide. This is your master key. Seriously, it unlocks everything from percentages and mixtures all the way to time, speed and distance, geometry, and even data interpretation. If you can nail this one thing, you are well on your way to acing the quant section. All right, so let's start building this GMAT powerhouse of yours. And every great structure has to start with a really solid foundation. For us, right now, that foundation is understanding the ratio.
All a ratio is really is a simple comparison. That's it. So if I have, say, 3 cups of coffee and you have 2, the ratio of my coffee to yours is just 3 to 2. Notice there are no units, no cups. It's just a pure relationship. It's honestly that straightforward.
Now here's a little bit of GMAT lingo you might come across. In a ratio A to B, the A is called the antecedent, and B is the consequent. Don't let the fancy words fool you. It's just a name for the first and second parts. Super easy to remember.
Okay, this is where things start to get really interesting. See, the GMAT absolutely loves to test how you can work with ratios. Things like compounding them, duplicating them. These are just names for quick operations that, once you know them, can save you a ton of valuable time on the actual exam.
So now that we've got a good handle on ratios, let's level up to proportions. This is where you're going to start to see the real power of these concepts in action on GMAT-style problems.
It's simple, really. If a ratio is like a snapshot of a relationship, then a proportion is like saying 2 different snapshots actually capture the exact same relationship. So the ratio of 1 to 2 is the exact same as the ratio of 4 to 8. They're in proportion.
And this is how you'll see proportions written out on the GMAT. It's read as A is to B as C is to D. It's a simple but really powerful equation that just says the relationship between A and B is identical to the relationship between C and D.
And hey, here's a little more GMAT lingo for you. The outer terms, A and D, are called the extremes. You can think of them as being extremely far apart. And the inner terms, B and C, are the means, meaning they're in the middle. You'll see exactly why this matters right now. And here it is. This is the golden rule of proportions. The product of the means equals the product of the extremes. This little trick is your key to solving almost any proportion problem you'll see. All you do is cross-multiply, and you've got your answer. It's that easy.
Okay, you've got the fundamentals down. Now let me show you a real GMAT-level shortcut that is going to save you so much time. Get ready for something called the chain ratio method.
So the GMAT might throw a problem like this at you. It's a chain of linked ratios, right? A is to B, then B is to C, and so on. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to combine them all into one big continuous ratio. So here's how this cool trick works. To find the value for A, you just multiply all the first numbers, the numerators, straight down. 1 times 2 times 5 times 7. Easy. To find E, the very last one, you do the opposite. Multiply all the second numbers, the denominators, straight down. 2 times 3 times 6 times 8. Now for the ones in the middle, just follow this pattern. For B, you take the denominator of the first ratio, which is 2, and then multiply by the numerators of all the rest. For C, you take the denominators of the first 2 ratios, 2 and 3, and multiply by the remaining numerators. You see the pattern? Just follow that logic and you can solve these super fast. And boom, there you have it, our final combined ratio. Now we can easily compare any of these variables directly. That is the awesome power of the chain method. Wow, we have covered a lot of ground, but you're doing great. So let's do a quick recap just to lock in these key takeaways for your GMAT success. So if you can remember these 4 things, you are going to be a GMAT ratio master. Number 1, a ratio is just a comparison. 2, a proportion means those comparisons are equal. 3, the golden rule, cross-multiply to solve. And 4, that chain method is your secret weapon for those linked ratio problems. So, are you ready to put these new skills to the test? Go download the EduRev app for tons of practice problems that will make you a GMAT Quant Pro.
It's available right now on the Play Store and the iOS App Store. Thanks for watching, and now go crush that GMAT.